So I do multiple things. So sometimes
Okay.
just little buzzes, and then sometimes
Okay.
a little bigger.
All right. So none of that is horrible. It's kind of on the right track. But here's what I want you to think about. When you need him to close his jaw, and you need him to activate and go up to your hand and soften. There's a tendency when you're using the wiggle, okay, to take one drop and take one drop on one and get into the head wag, right? So I want you to think about, I don't mind you moving a bit at all, but I want you to think about putting a little pressure through your elbow, okay, so that it's a little heavier. Yeah. Okay.
And more this.
And you can still move the bit, but you're gonna move it like that. But do you feel how that's not?
So that it's more of a buzz.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it'll be slower, sometimes it's more with your wrist. But just if you were using one rein and you were using a suppling aid, that you have enough opposition in the outside rein, yeah, so that you're not dropping and wiggling his head, okay? So, and it's not that you're rigid and locked down, there's still elasticity. You can think about a little bit of pressure. Yeah, exactly, and then stop, okay? All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
Because your actual suppling aid isn't bad at all, and that's a good boy, he's pretty soft, okay? So, but what you may what you may have to do is think about putting a little more weight in both elbows initially and using your arms through there. And then it can get very soft too. But that way you're not taking one rein, because it also allows him to, okay, so if he goes, okay, fine, you're taking the right rein, I'm going to close my jaw on the right side. But there's nothing to keep him from emptying out on the left and stiffening here. So then you're always still working with the stiffness, right? And especially with the way he's built. He's not built in a terrible balance, but he's level. Next level, there's level, and then level. So the thing you're gonna have to watch, and he's got kind of a big jaw, right? And his neck set isn't super high. Right. So he's really gotta get soft here to be able to activate there and make the picture work, right? So if he's probably one of those horses who happily goes along no matter how.
Yeah.
You know, but doesn't always want to close.
So,
right, so he's going to want to go there, okay, and then go, can't I just take my nose out here a little bit? And so you've got to talk him into getting round enough here so that he can elevate from there and build those top line muscles. Yeah.
So they're very well, I can get him at the halt, and then at the walk, and at the trot, it all goes down.
Well, we're kind of. How are you in canter? Do you think it's easier in canter than in trot?
No.
Okay, all right, because sometimes it is, especially people who put it in the walk. Sometimes the trot's the harder gait.
And again,
So, if it's too tight up, it's too close, it's too lean. If you disappear periodically, and he goes, what's going to fall on my face if I don't pick myself up? You can make that a little more difficult for him. Okay? If you're always there, he's always going to lean. He's going to say, fine, I've got something to lean on, thanks. But, yeah, so get him round in the walk. That's it. Really supple. And with him, sometimes you may think about taking him a little past that vertical line, okay? Because you need him to get really honest and really soft and really activate the base of his neck so that he can start to think about lifting his wither and being a little lighter up front. So you get the mobility. And that's really just a factor of his conformation. So I don't have any problem with if you make him a little deep and then press him up, okay? Especially in your warm-up, in your transition work, or if it's just a really hard place to find, and every time you get him looking round enough to go show him and you soften your arm, if he pops out of the contact again, that's a sure sign. He was cheating. He gave you 85%. He wasn't given 100%, all right? So don't be afraid to go there a little bit with him, too.
What do you think of lunging him and drawing?
I'd lunge him in side.
side reins.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.